The devil even disguises the name of their business. Planned Parenthood. Why don't they just say, plan to murder your baby?
Gay marriage and abortion share a similar type of opposition, the religious right. The gay rights movement and the women's rights movement both took off in the 60s and 70s. However, there has been far more consistent progress for gay marriage than there has been for abortion. I believe that this was in part caused by the way these issues were legislated. Gay marriage was legislated on a state-by-state basis, while abortion was initially legislated with one federal case, Roe v. Wade, and in part caused by the fact that although 1 in 3 women in America will get an abortion at least once in her life, women are not out of the closet about abortion. A Gallup poll that tracks public opinion on the validity of gay marriage from 1996 to 2014 shows that there's been a slow but fairly consistent increase in the popularity of gay marriage. In 1996, 27% of people believed that gay marriage should be valid, and 68% of people believed that gay marriage should be invalid. By 2006, 42% of people were in favor of gay marriage, and 56% were opposed. And as of May of 2014, 55% of people were in favor of gay marriage, and only 42% were opposed. When it comes to public opinion on abortion, there doesn't seem to be any consistent trend one way or the other. Since 1975, 2 years after Roe v. Wade, the percent of people who want abortion to be illegal in all cases has vacillated between 13 and 23%. In 1975, it was 22%, and most recently 21%. The percent of people who believe it should be legal in some cases, but not all, has vacillated between 48 and 58% since 1975. In 1975, that number was 54%, and today is 50%. And finally, the percent of people who believe that it should be legal in all cases has vacillated between 21 and 34%. There really doesn't seem to be any steady trend against or for abortion in terms of public opinion. In 1973, Roe v. Wade legalized abortion nationally on the basis that Americans have an inherent right to privacy that includes the right of a woman to decide whether to have children and to make that decision with her doctor without the interference of the state. The Supreme Court decided that during the first trimester of pregnancy, state laws and regulations could not interfere with the right to have an abortion. In the second trimester, states could regulate abortion, but only to protect the woman's health. States were allowed to ban abortion in the last 3 months of pregnancy, except for situations where abortion was necessary to save the life or protect the health of the woman. Prior to Roe v. Wade, abortion was legal in only 4 states, and 14 other states allowed abortion in some circumstances. Abortion was still banned in most cases in the other 32 states. However, since Roe v. Wade, there has been much backsliding on abortion rights. Right now, Missouri, Arkansas, Mississippi, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Wyoming each only have 1 abortion clinic. And even if you're a woman who lives in a state with multiple abortion clinics, there are still stringent regulations that make it difficult to get an abortion. Waiting periods, for instance, are particularly hard on low-income women because they have to invest their time and money to make multiple trips to the clinic. Gay marriage legislation has been done in a very different way, and one can already see that the results have been very different for gay marriage and abortion. Currently, 35 states have legalized gay marriage, and only 15 states still have bans on gay marriage. Gay marriage legalization was done in a more gradual way. And although many states only legalized gay marriage because of court decisions, these were lower-level court decisions that did not affect the whole country, so people had more time to get used to the idea of gay marriage. In addition, most of these court decisions were made in 2013 and 2014, when public opinion was already pro-gay marriage and was likely to only be more pro-gay marriage. 11 of the states in which gay marriage was legalized did so through the state legislature or by popular vote. People didn't have time to get used to abortion. That's why there's been more of a backlash against abortion. But it's also true that while gay people are out, women who have had abortions are not. A study was done that suggests that a 20-minute conversation about a controversial and personal topic, in this case gay marriage, can soften the opinions of voters opposed to same-sex marriage. After having a brief face-to-face discussion about the issue, voters canvassed on marriage shifted by about 20% in favor of same-sex equality as measured on a 5-point scale of support. Both gay and straight canvassers helped to shift opinion, but only the opinions of voters who were canvassed by gay people remained as favorable on surveys 9 months after initial contact with the canvasser. The study also found evidence that the changed views of the people who were canvassed affected the thinking of others in the same household. Surveys of those households showed smaller but significant shifts in the same direction, particularly when the issue was in the news, as in 2013, when a Supreme Court ruling cleared the way for same-sex marriage in California.
We must destroy the myths once and for all, shatter them. We must continue to speak out, and most importantly, every gay person must come out. As difficult as it is, you must tell your immediate family, you must tell your relatives, you must tell your friends if indeed they are your friends, you must tell your neighbors, you must tell the people you work with, you must tell the people in the stores you shop in. Once they realize that we are indeed their children and we are indeed everywhere, every myth, every lie, every innuendo will be destroyed.
That was one of Harvey Milk's speeches from the 1970s. His point was that gay people should come out so that everyone knows that they know someone who is gay. People who know gay people are more likely to be in favor of gay rights. The same logic should apply to abortion. Just about everyone knows someone who's had an abortion. If women who had had abortions came out and spoke about abortions to people they knew, it would probably have a similar effect as gay people coming out as gay to their families and friends. If you can put a face to someone who's had an abortion, you're probably going to be more likely to be swayed in favor of keeping abortion legal. Ruth Bader Ginsburg was right. Roe v. Wade was too far, too fast. But if abortion activists had taken the same route as gay activists, a decade or two later, it might not have been too far or too fast.